What it do, son doolers? It's your boy YfgmBlogTv coming straight out of Cincinnati, Ohio. Now in this video, I'm going to talk about Game 1 of the NBA Finals tonight at 9 o'clock. Who I think is going to win the game, and basically, why I think they will win the game. And I already told you guys who I think is going to win the series. I said the San Antonio Spurs, either in 6 or in 7. But let me just repeat why I say that. Okay, first off, let me get this out the way. This whole thing about LeBron James, oh, he's wanting revenge from losing to them in the 2007 NBA Finals. Throw that shit out the window. It don't matter. That's old news. That's in the past. Because if he tried to go out here and do it all by himself, it's not going to happen. Okay, he can have all the anger inside, but I can see, and because of it, it's totally two different teams. For one, he was on Cleveland. Now he's in Miami. Totally two different teams. Okay, now I can see if, let's say, they was playing the Dallas Mavericks again, then that'd be different because they just lost to them in the finals, 2 years ago. So I can understand where he can have all the fire and the anger. But talking about something that happened in 2007, it don't matter. It really don't matter at all because the Spurs play their game, and with Wade being hurt and Bosh not playing his game, it really don't matter. It just don't at all. Now I expect Game 1 to be good. I actually expect the Spurs to win this game because they had the more rest. They had more time to look at Miami, to prepare for him. And, Pop, he's great with adjustments and all that stuff. So he had more time to watch this team. And he realized how they just struggled against the Pacers to win. So he's going to use a blueprint that the Pacers did against the Miami Heat. Now, I expect, probably Popovich, he might play some zone defense. Just to clog up the lane of LeBron James driving. Now, even though Miami Heat had perimeter shooters, they haven't really been doing anything. And Ray Allen had that one Game 7, but that was it. So you probably don't have to worry about them because the way that they've been playing the shooting ball has been terrible. And like I told people before, if Miami 3-point shooting is not going down, it's kind of a wrap for them, especially with the Wade injury and Chris Bosh, playing like a pussy pretty much. It's going to, be problems. Now, I expect, Tim Duncan to do what he do. Post up Chris Bosh, bring him out, shoot the mid-range shot, and get things going that way. And, of course, he's going to out-rebound him because he's been one of the best rebounders all season. So, that's probably going to be easy for Tim Duncan. And then people forget that Tiago Splitter has become a better player this year. He's averaging, he can get you 10 points, and he's big, and he can get you rebounds, and he actually plays defense. So that's going to be tough for the Miami Heat, man, to try to get over. I expect LeBron James possibly to have a great game, 30 points, 20-something points, stuff like that. Now, he may try to get his teammates involved again, but if that don't work, trust me, he probably will try to take over. And plus, I just feel like Miami Heat, they're probably tired a little bit because they just came off of a grueling series, a grueling Game 7. Well, not necessarily Game 7, but I just feel like they're going to be kind of tired, even though they're in front of their home crowd. I expect, Kawhi Leonard I expect the Miami Heat, they're probably going to try to gamble on defense. They're probably going to gamble on defense. They're like the Louisville Cardinals of college basketball. If you watch those guys in the Final Four, the way that they was attacking on defense, but if you slip up, it's over. It's over. And you have a point guard in Tony Parker who's not going to turn the ball over like George Hill. This team is too smart for that. So you don't have to worry about a lot of turnovers at all with this team. I think Tony Parker, he's going to do his job. He's going to get everybody involved. The bench is going to play a big role in this game and even in this series. And actually, the Spurs are 6-1 on the road in the playoffs. So that's pretty damn good, man. That is pretty damn good. And then on top of that, the reason why I'm picking the Spurs to win this series in 6 or 7 or even win tonight's game is because, for the simple fact, Dwayne Wade is hurt. You can't trust if he's going to have great games this series. You just can't. You don't know because you've seen one good game. That was Game 7. But you can't trust to see if he's going to give you a good game every night. And then Chris Bosh. You don't know what Chris Bosh is going to show up. I want to see that Chris Bosh that used to attack when he was in Toronto. Not this jump shooting Chris Bosh. You don't know which Chris Bosh is going to show up. Is it going to be the Chris Bosh from last series, or is it going to be the Chris Bosh from the Chicago series? You know, but it's going to be tough for the Miami to actually beat this team, and I wish you guys would just like really focus and understand that. Like, this Spurs team is a better team overall. They're a better team overall. They have a better bench. You know, that team just don't shoot threes. Those players can actually drive. They can get you 2-point shots. You know, Miami Heat team. What do you always see them? Their players do shoot threes. That's pretty much it. Chalmers, Noel, Battier, Ray Allen. You know, and Birdman. I'm telling you right now, he's not going to be a huge factor. He's really not. He's really not. I don't think Haslam is either. There's no hate against the Miami Heat. This is just from what I've been seeing. You know, this is just what I've been seeing. Only difference is the Miami Heat, a lot of their players, they have the experience. The Spurs, some of their younger players, they don't have the experience. But you still got the veteran. You have a T-Mac, and I think he's going to be a factor. You have a T-Mac. You have a T-Mac. You have a Tim Duncan. You have Ginobili. You have a Tony Parker. You have Pop. Like, those guys are experienced. You have Boris Diaw. Like, those guys are experienced. You know, and I also feel like, you know, people saying, oh, LeBron James, he's probably going to second game, he's probably going to lock down Tony Parker. He's not going to shut down Tony Parker. Him and Tony Parker and Derrick Rose are two different point guards, okay? Tony Parker is a smart point guard. Tony Parker at one point had Kobe Bryant guarding him. You know, what he will do, LeBron James, he will probably try to slow him down, but Tony Parker is too quick. He's too quick. And even if LeBron James do get on him, that just opens up the field for Kawhi Leonard, you know, to shoot that 3-point shot, or because he's athletic, or take it to the basket, whatever he want to do. The boy can play. And I also think LeBron, he's going to probably use a lot of energy, because 9 times out of 10, he's going to have to worry about guarding this man, Kawhi Leonard, which is athletic, tall, length. And then he might have to worry about guarding Tony Parker, who's quick, so who's going to run him around. Or even they throw D Wade on, which I doubt that. They do that, D Wade is probably going to get killed. You see what Paul George did. And then LeBron James is probably going to have to guard Tim Duncan at times if Chris Bosh is getting beat. That's just too much to ask for. It's just too much to ask for a player. You know, if the Miami Heat of last series show up, let me just put it like this, they will lose. But if they show up like Game 7, with even more help, it's going to be some competition. Now, like I said, LeBron is going to get his, you know, but they will find ways to slow him down. Let him get like 20-something points, you know, not no 30 and shit like that. Because, you know, it's just a coach, Pop. Like, he's genius, man. So I think I hit all points that I was going to make. And like I said, I feel like they're going to use T-Mac, and that's something that the Miami Heat do not use. If they use T-Mac and let him get in the rhythm, we know what T-Mac was able to do. Of course, he's not going to probably be able to drive and stuff like that like he used to and dunk. But the man can still shoot. I mean, hell, when he was over in China, he was averaging 20-something points. So with his extra scoring, that's going to help. And, you know, Ginobili, I feel like he's going to step up. And we know Ginobili, he still can run around and do them little quirky moves that he do. So that's going to, Dwayne Wade is going to chase him a lot, you know. And I had some people on Facebook and Twitter talking about the Miami Heat going to sweep the Spurs. Nigga, you're crazy. The people who say shit like that are the ones who, they don't know basketball. They just rooting for the team. That's it. They don't know basketball. They just rooting for the team. Like, if they couldn't fucking sweep the Pacers, what makes you think they're going to sweep the Spurs? But I expect a great game, you know, but I just feel like the Spurs are going to take game 1, you know, because they're well rested, they're more prepared. You know, Miami Heat ain't really have enough time to prepare for the Spurs, you know. Of course, the crowd is going to be into it, you know, but you got to remember, this team can play defense too, the San Antonio Spurs. But you guys will see what I'm talking about. I'm not going to judge this off of just game 1 if Miami lose or the Spurs lose, you know, because it's all about making adjustments. But I feel like LeBron James, he's going to try to go crazy. But at the same time, if those other guys don't step up, it really don't matter at the end of the day. Like, when you look at the Miami Heat team, the Spurs are not scared of the Miami Heat. They're not. Because this is a team who done won championships. This is a team who done been there. This is a team who has great leadership. So they're not scared of the Miami Heat. And when you look at the Miami Heat bench, like I said, they're a little shaky. They have flaws. Anyway, guys, I think game one, the Spurs is going to take game one. Um, you know, I think Tony Parker is going to manhandle Chalmers. LeBron is going to, do what he does, but he's going to have a tough matchup with Kawhi Leonard, and I think Tim Duncan, he's probably going to abuse Chris Bosh. We just have to see. But anyway, guys, I'm about to get out of here. Hit me up on Twitter. Hit me up on Facebook. Tell me who do you think is going to win game one. And yeah, man, I'll see y'all later when I make my recap video of the game. Oh, and I think I said this already, but if the Miami Heat play into the Spurs pace, then yeah, they're going to lose. But I don't know why people keep thinking Miami Heat is a damn running gun team. They're not a running gun team. They do that when they force turnovers. Other than that, they're not like how the Phoenix Suns used to be, that running gun up and down team. And you got to remember, they're not young. They're not a young team. Okay, people keep saying, oh, the Spurs is old. No, nigga. Miami Heat is old. The Spurs have Tim Duncan, who's old, and Ginobili. Those are two oldest players on the team. That's it. Boris Diaw is, I think, 32 or 33. Tony Parker is 30, 31. But he still can play. Like, he don't show that he's that's not old. Okay? They're healthy, by the way. But, yeah. So, anyway, guys. Deuces.